airline now promising to get things back on track before next week.
I'm truly sorry.
This morning, Matt Opa,
Are we
from
live?
CEO of Southwest Airlines,
We are live. And I have the wrong title
as
right
the
now.
company
So I'm
tries out
changing
of
the
a
title.
public relations nosedive.
Our plan for the next few
Supposed to be
days is to
talking
fly
about
a reduced
the
schedule
flights.
and reposition our people and planes, and we're making headway.
Southwest under scrutiny as the
My computer is being really slow.
airline struggles to recover from last storm that
No,
led
I
to
don't need to buy a new one.
record days and
The
thousands of
title
cancellations.
real quick.
Passengers forced to sleep at airports, luggage city, including in Denver,
Backspace. Those people love the airport.
where we find
I
ABC's
have
Luggage, as you can see,
one more big flight left in me. For a while. One more long
here at Denver International Airport. Folks who own these still spread out.
I think I'm done with flying, possibly. I'll probably be starting.
The
No,
country.
my road trips
Some folks
are
have been
gonna
stuck
be
days.
at a
Others.
minimum. Has anyone here ever been stuck at an airport? I'm sure you have. It's
Waiting in lines for still after all of that. Few
it's quite
answers.
stressful.
Kaylin O'Connor's Southwest flight from Oklahoma City
Did
to
it change?
Pensacola was canceled Monday, and the earliest flight Southwest
I'm trying to change the title here.
offered Thursday.
When you go to book
A lot of money is wasted when
on the Southwest app, nothing is January 1st, and they expect you to pay the difference in fare for your
change
ticket.
the
She
title.
opted to drive 16 hours to Florida instead.
Come on.
Hopefully, they will reimburse us
I'm having
for the rental car and
technical difficulties.
food and anything else any expenses we've accrued.
Southwest already canceling 61% of its flights today as the company
How do
tries
y'all
to
like my
reset
title?
and get back
Rellie
on track.
Reacts.
Again, your bags will not be here.
Contributing to the cascade of problems,
Bags.
Southwest operates on
That's
a
a nightmare.
point-to-point flight
Losing
system.
your
Planes
bag.
hopscotching the country, making it more vulnerable to widespread problems when issues arise. The hub and spoke system used by most other major carriers helps isolate problems. The pilots union also argues the airline's IT infrastructure is outdated.
They have to
Southwest is horrible.
look at the process. They're using processes and
That's
IT
all I got.
from
Southwest
the
is
1990s
horrible.
when we were an airline less than a quarter of the size.
The U.S. Department of
I think I changed the title.
Transportation is now investigating what exactly went wrong and
Did that title? There we go.
calling on the airline
Title is
to make it right.
changed.
President Biden tweeting in part, our administration is working to ensure airlines are held accountable. Go to
X out of this.
US.'s dashboard to see if you're entitled to compensation.
Are you sure you
And
want
Southwest
to
is
leave?
asking passengers to submit receipts
Hopefully
for hotels,
the title
meals, and
changed.
other reimbursements to their website, but they did not say when exactly they expect to respond
Ooh,
to
that's
the
a better
request.
background, right?
Gio?
Almost all of the canceled flights in America today are Southwest flights. Just incredible.
This
Alex, thank you
happened
so
last
much.
year.
And joining us now only on GMA
This
this morning is
isn't
U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete
just the
Buttigieg.
blizzard.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for being here and
I'm
joining
sure
us.
that's a
No doubt
huge
about it. We are
factor.
seeing
Wind
those
is a huge
incredible
factor.
scenes just play out across the country. Tell us, do you see this as a meltdown?
You know, that word gets thrown around a lot
Meltdown?
sometimes
It is
in
a meltdown.
coverage of travel disruptions, but in this case, it's the only word I can think of to describe what's happening at Southwest Airlines. And we are past the point where they could say that this is a weather-driven issue. Don't get me wrong, all of this began with that severe storm. We saw winter weather affecting the country and severely disrupting all airlines,
At least this year there's
entire
less
aviation
COVID
system.
restrictions.
But as of today, The rest of the aviation system is down to a rate of about 4% of flights being canceled. And as you reported,
all those
we're north
bags.
of 60% right now
I hate carrying
when it comes to
luggage.
Southwest. So what this indicates is a system failure, and they need to make sure
System
that these
failure.
stranded passengers
They're
get to
using
where they need to go,
Excel.
and that they're provided adequate compensation, not just for the flight itself, and they should absolutely be providing refunds for those flights that were canceled if passengers aren't able to fly or choose not to fly, but also things like hotels, like ground transportation, like meals, because this is the airline's responsibility.
And I know you spoke with Southwest CEO
I don't
Bob
know if they
Jordan.
could afford
What's
it.
he telling you?
Well, I asked the CEO what they were doing to get their passengers and their employees out of this mess, and I remind them of their customer service commitments.
Southwest
You remember earlier
was
this
pretty
year,
awesome
especially over the
domestic.
summer, we saw a lot of problems
From
with a
state
lot
to
of
state.
airlines. And
Back in the day.
I pressed them to increase their customer service
early
commitments,
2000s,
to put it in
2000.
writing. And now that they have put it in writing,
10,
we can
11.
enforce that. So I reminded them of their promises and reminded them that we will be here to hold them accountable
is this
to
guy?
things like taking care of the expenses of those passengers. He pledged to me that they are going to
I
do
didn't
that
catch
in
the intro.
the words
I was
of
messing with
his
the technical
executives go
issues.
above and beyond the letter of their customer service plan. We will be watching closely to make sure that actually happens.
Mr. Secretary, we know stranded passengers, they've had to pay thousands of dollars to find places to stay, change their plans. People have had to drive for hours and hours. Tell me, because of these canceled flights, tell me, Southwest says it's going to cover what it calls those reasonable expenses. What would you consider
Man.
reasonable, and how will you make sure that DOT actually gets that money, or that the Southwest Airlines gets that money back to passengers?
Well, we've been able to get passengers hundreds of millions of dollars in refunds this year alone through our rules and through our enforcement.
Give the refund, but
Now,
maybe a
we've never
processing
seen
fee.
a situation, at least not on my watch, with this volume of disruption. So this is going to take extraordinary level of effort by Southwest, and we will mount an extraordinary effort to make sure that they're meeting their obligations. Think of it from the perspective of a passenger, especially if you are somewhere
They're
where
gonna need a
you don't know
bailout.
anybody, you're stranded.
Government bailout.
And the hotels are getting
Where you're
booked
sending
up.
all this money
It
to
is
Ukraine.
putting people under extreme stress, especially people traveling with children, and they need to be made whole. To me, it means that in order to restore that relationship with their customers, Southwest is going to have to not only make them financially whole, but find a way to really rebuild trust and confidence. Again, they pledged to me that they're going to do that. I want to see exactly what that means.
All right, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year to you and your families.
Same to you. Thanks very much.
All right, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the
Don't
right
fly
over
that
here.
much. I'm not Nostradamus or anything like that, but I think these are obvious signs to slow down on flying. But at the same time, this happens every year. This happens every year. Try to fly on the right dates. Like the 20th, 19 December to maybe 3 or 4 January, something like that. And you're good. You're good. They're flying from 23 December, 24 December to 27 December. These people are spending 2 days with their loved ones. That's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what it is. They don't want to stay that long. They're just spending 1 or 2 days with their relatives, which I can understand. You got stuff to do, and then you have your more nuclear family to take care of. But I miss Christmas this year, because the plane, the traveling, plus I'm going home anyways for good, and it would be a hassle to go to the States, come back here, and then go back to the States. Maybe I could have pulled it off, so I could have had 2 Christmases in a row, but maybe starting next year I'll start my streak of making it home every Christmas. But yeah, if you're out there in the airports, I feel for you. Praying for you. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are eating. Hope y'all get some rest. Hope you're comfortable. I'm kind of comfortable right now. I'm at the, I don't know, at the Aston. I decided to spend some traveling days in Busan. Busan is lovely. It's a great place to be during the winter months. It's not warm like Brazil or Miami or Philippines. I could have went to the Philippines, but I said no. I do not want to get on a plane unless I'm doing a full move, and that's my plan. So I just did some in-country traveling. So it's been an adventure exploring Busan. I like it. I still like Seoul better, but Busan, you got a little bit more elbow space. It's less, you have less anxiety if you get anxiety from large crowds. Seoul is very crowded, but sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's not. It's not fun. But I think I'm gonna go eat. I didn't even have that many meals today. Yeah, it might be time for another meal. I only had one meal today. What did I have? Yeah, this guy's kind of hungry. Whoa, that looks like an interesting topic. Trolling on Warzone 2. This Mr. Tate dude, he's all over the internet. Former stars now working normal jobs. Who is that? Let me hit refresh, see what else is on the feed, the YouTube feed. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but my teeth are straight now. They're they're more aesthetic, more pleasing to the eye. I used to have a gap there and a chip. My Korean dentist fixed it, and I'm grateful. But the way I speak isn't as clear. Whenever I had a gap in my tooth, I sang better and I spoke. I was there was less potential for lisps. I don't think I have a lisps. Just saying the word lisps makes you feel like you have a lisps. But I don't think I have one right now with my cosmetically enhanced teeth, front teeth. Wow. New York's got some issues. This video here. This video here. Oh, I have ad.
Are you ready for a fresh opportunity?
Preparing ourselves for more bodies as snow thaws. Buffalo Police Commissioner rush hour.
To show what you are made of in a worldwide competition. Welcome.
I want to bring in Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia. Commissioner Gramaglia, thank you so much for being here.
Drink some water.
Yeah, no
I was
problem.
supposed to sign off,
Commissioner,
right?
to your knowledge, at this hour, is there still a sizable number of people who are stranded or trapped in their homes or cars?
So we do know that there's about 1,900 people, a little over that, 1,900 homes that are without power. That number has come down significantly from the original 20+ thousand that were without power. We are also going through the long, painstaking process of check the welfare calls. We've been clearing our districts. We have search and rescue and recovery teams that are out doing all the backlog of
Military police enforce Buffalo driving ban as crew clears major roads. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to go video right now, so I will lean towards signing off. I want to do another video, not right now, but in the future, kind of like how the top streamers monetize their stream. if they just post like their Venmo or something. But I think they have another really cool way to do it. These youngsters they're on top of it when it comes to streaming. Hopefully I'll catch up with them. All right, I'm signing off. Gonna hit end stream, subscribe. Peace.